Hey stars, welcome back to our channel. Yes, welcome back. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Sulesa Jotile and I am MasterCard scholar at the University of Edinburgh in the UK, and I'm studying African International Development. And you're welcome to become a star. Please join the stars community by clicking the subscribe button to become a star. Stars, thank you for your support so far. Our community is growing and YouTube has given me the access to do community posting. The community posting is just like posting normally on YouTube without like uploading a video, so it enables you to post pictures and allows you to keep communication with your subscribers. So they have given us the access, and it is because of you, it is because of your support, so thank you. All right, so let's go straight into today's video. In today's video, I will be dissecting everything about the MasterCard scholarship. Yeah, I know many of you are interested in the MasterCard scholarship, and that's why in this video I'm going to take my time to break down what the MasterCard scholarship is about and how you can apply to MasterCard scholarship. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's shoot. Okay, so let's go straight up. So what is the MasterCard scholarship? The MasterCard scholarship is also known officially as the MasterCard Scholars Program, and the scholarship is sponsored by the MasterCard Foundation. The MasterCard scholarship is targeted at developing the next generation of African leaders, and they are doing this through education. And this is by sponsoring people who they feel like, oh, they are talented, they are intelligent, but they will not on a normal day have money, like have funds to further their education and all. So that is what the MasterCard scholarship is about. It's interested in people who are involved in their communities, who are active leaders who are in their communities, who are very concerned about change in their continent and in their country, and thereby giving these people the opportunity to develop more leadership skills by sponsoring their education. Okay, the program provides financial support and academic support to scholars. The financial support include and is not limited to tuition fee, accommodation, books, and other scholastic material. The scope of the major and degree eligible for the MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program varies from institution to institution. So one thing you have to know about the scholarship is that the MasterCard scholarship is not just in one school. It doesn't take place in one school. It takes place in different institutions. So let's go ahead to break down this thing one by one. Now you have gotten an overview of what the MasterCard scholarship is about. So to apply to the MasterCard scholarship, you must be eligible to apply. So who are the ones that are eligible? Who are eligible for the MasterCard scholarship? Okay, so first is the age requirements for the MasterCard scholarship. Now this MasterCard scholarship covers both graduate and undergraduate studies. Yes, they have scholarship for masters and they have scholarship for undergrad. So who are the ones eligible? For the ones in undergrad, the MasterCard scholarship expects that you should not be more than 29-year-old. So if you're more than 29-year-old, they can't take you in for undergrad, okay? And for the master's scholarship, they expect that you should not be more than 35-year-old. So if you're more than 35-year-old, you are not eligible to apply for the MasterCard scholarship. So that's the number one thing you have to put into consideration before applying to the scholarship. If you're applying for master's program, you must be your age should be less than 36. Yes, you should be 35 or under. And if you're applying for the undergrad, you should be 29 or under. Okay, so that is the number one eligibility criteria for the MasterCard scholarship. The second eligibility requirement that you should know about this MasterCard scholarship is that you must be academically strong, academically talented. Yes, nobody wants to sponsor somebody that have not even showed that they are academically strong. Who wants to squander money on somebody that it's not, like your result does not show that you are academically strong? So one eligibility criteria that you can't take out of the MasterCard scholarship is that you must be academically strong. Your CGPA must show that yes, this person knows what they are doing. To be very plain to you, MasterCard scholarship takes first class and 2-1, and even the 2-1, it must be like a very strong 2-1, like, you know, right? So the MasterCard scholarship does not play with academic requirement, like your CGPA should meet it there. So if you have a third class, you have a 2-2, please don't bother, don't use faith to apply, don't bother. All right, so that is the truth. The truth is that they pay very much attention to your academic excellence, and if you are not academically excellent, if you've not proven in your maybe secondary school, if you're applying for undergraduate, if you've not proven in your secondary school transcripts that you know what you're doing, if you're applying for masters, if you've not proven in your undergraduate transcript that you know what you're doing, then the MasterCard will not take you if your CGPA is not strong. Okay, so that's the number 2 eligibility criteria about the MasterCard scholarship that you should consider before you apply to the scholarship. The third requirement is that the person must be very committed to changing their environment, to changing their community, to changing their country. The person must be able to demonstrate that they are committed to changing their community and they are interested in changing their community. How do you do this? You must have done something, even in your not too financially strong statute. You must be able to show that you're doing something to improve development or something in your community. For example, voluntary work. What voluntary work have you done? What thing have you done to contribute positively to your community and your environment? Even if it's not voluntary, maybe professionally, what thing have you done professionally to contribute to your environment? For example, have you contributed towards maternal health? Have you contributed to climate change? Have you contributed to clearing the grass in your community that nobody's paying attention to? Have you tried to clear the gutter? Yes. Have you tried to even clear the gutter that is in your community that is being blocked? Yeah. So I mean, things like this are some very little things that the MasterCard scholarship expects that you should do if you're committed to changing your community. So you must be able to demonstrate this, that you are a leader, you are someone that is interested in changing your environment. So now that we've talked about the eligibility criteria, let's go ahead to talk about how you can apply. Okay, so one thing you must know about the MasterCard scholarship before you apply is that the MasterCard scholarship have different institutions. They have different partners, which are the institution, and every institution have their own application requirements, which include different application start dates, different application deadline, and different application requirements, the list of what they are requiring, the list of what they want you to provide, and different pathway, like different pattern to the application. So you should know and study your school very well before you apply. So I'll go ahead to list the MasterCard partner institutions in different countries and different continents so that you know about them. I'm on their websites now and we are going to read it from there. Okay, so for the secondary education, we have Canfed International and Equity Group Foundation. So the MasterCard scholarship sponsors secondary education also. Okay, for the undergraduate studies, we have African Leadership Academy, American University of Beirut, Ashesi University College, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Science Po, University of Abomey Calavi, we have University of Cape Town, we have the University of Edinburgh, we have University of Gondar, University of Pretoria, Wellesley College, Earth University, Makerere University, United States International University Africa, African Leadership University. So these universities are the MasterCard institution for the undergraduate scholarship. So if you are looking to getting an undergraduate scholarship, these are the universities that you should apply to, and all these universities have the application deadline and they have the application requirements and application pattern. Okay, for the master studies, we have the partner institution include African Institute of Mathematical Sciences, American University of Beirut, Arizona State University, Carnegie Mellon University Africa, McGill University, Sciences Po, University of British Columbia, University of Cape Town, University of Edinburgh, University of Gondar, University of Pretoria, University of California, Berkeley, UCB, University of Toronto. Okay, so if you're looking at applying to the MasterCard Master Scholarship, these universities that I have mentioned are the universities that you should look out for. So all these MasterCard partner institutions have their own requirements, and you should go on the MasterCard website to check out the profiles of this university, then apply to them. For some of you who reached out to me to tell me that you were applying to American University of Beirut, I'd have told you that I don't know the application requirements and the processes. Yes, that's because I did not apply to American University of Beirut, and I know that the application process is different. So please check with American University of Beirut to know what you need to do to get the scholarship, to know like the processes, whether you have to submit the application first before applying to the department, or you need to apply to the department alongside the scholarship application, or if you need to provide any form of English proficiency test, or if they are going to waive it. When I was applying for my scholarship, I applied to the University of McGill and I applied to the University of Edinburgh, and they both have different criteria. For example, the University of McGill requires that you email the department to get a permission to apply for the scholarship. Then after that, you will now submit the application for the scholarship. Meanwhile, the University of Edinburgh requires that you apply to the scholarship first, and once you get the scholarship, you will now automatically like get qualified to apply to the school. Okay, so the requirements are different. And one thing I have to tell you guys is that the University of Edinburgh, which I rep here, have like the simplest application procedure. Oh God, it's so simple. In all my scholarship application, the University of Edinburgh's MasterCard scholarship is the simplest. One, you do not need to submit another essay or another reference letter to the university while applying for the scholarship. Most scholarships demand that you apply to the department and then applying to the scholarship, and sometimes you end up getting rejected, and once you get rejected, the time wasted in applying is something that is so stressful, and sometimes you can get the admission and lose the scholarship. So I mean, it's very simple that they allow you to apply to the program first, and once you get the scholarship, you can now apply to the department, and once you also get the scholarship, they can use the reference letter you provide, they can give it to the school. I mean, the application is simple. They won't even require you to get a reference letter. It's when you make it to the interview stage that they will require a reference letter from you. I mean, that is so simple. Other scholarship, you would have stressed your brain, looked for requirements. I know how difficult it is sometimes to get these reference letters and all. So it's very, very simple. But I know that other applications to other universities is different, and if you're applying to other universities that have your program, check out the program, and you have to check with them on what they need before you apply. Now, another important thing you have to know about the MasterCard scholarship is that you cannot study anyhow course in the MasterCard Scholars program. Yes, so the MasterCard scholarship have different eligible courses and programs that you can apply to depending on the school that you want to apply to. Okay, so you cannot go and apply for medicine and apply to the MasterCard scholarship. No, you must select one course that is eligible, one course that the MasterCard put there that yes, so this is the course we want to sponsor. Anyone that you want to, it should be among the course that are listed in your institution. So please don't do the mistake of going to apply to animal science when it's not part of the courses that are approved for your university. So please check the university, check out the courses that are eligible, and select one of those courses that you should apply to. For the MasterCard scholarship at the University of Edinburgh here, we have African International Development, we have food science, we have entrepreneurship and innovation, and some courses like that. And then if you want to apply, you have to select out of these 7 courses or 6 courses. I'm not sure, 6 or 7. You have to select one course that you want to apply. So you cannot apply for medicine and the University of the MasterCard scholarship at the University of Edinburgh would pay for it. No, you have to select a course. Please take note. You have to select a course that is eligible, a course that they approve, that they are ready to sponsor. That is what you must select, okay? One last thing I want to emphasize on in writing your application is that in your essays you should be able to demonstrate leadership capacity and you should be academically excellent. Look for your strength in all this. Some people may have a 2-1 that is strong but it's not first class. For example, you have a 2-1 that is 3.884, something like that. And then you have many voluntary experience. I would advise many voluntary experience that you feel like, oh, they are addressing community issues and can position you, can demonstrate that you are a leader. What you have to do is to not build your strength around it. Build your strength, your application around that voluntary experience that you did, that will position you to become a leader, that will position you or describe you to be a leader in your community. And if yours is academic excellence, for example, you have a first class of 4.50 or 4.74, then you should build your essay strongly around your academic excellence, then back it up with the this thing that you have done, voluntary work experience or any positive change that you have done for your community. So we are going to have a section very soon about essay writing, and I will indulge you to join the Telegram link that is down there. Join the Telegram link so you can get more information about this section. And again, I will also post the recording on YouTube here, so even if you miss it, it's still fine. The recording of the section on essay writing will be posted. So I'm not going to be delving into essay writing and how to scale through the process. No, I just wanted to give you an overview of what the MasterCard scholarship is about, and just point out some mistakes that some people do about applying using what they use for UBC, for McGill, and also. All right, so I think this does justice to what I wanted to address in the video, give you an overview of the MasterCard scholarship and tell you what you need to know. So please, the right time to start applying for scholarship is now. If you're not even going to throw out the application this year, then you should start gathering your document, your transcript, your original certificate, and every other thing. So start gathering them from now, throw out the application, and keep checking on their website to see when it's open. Throughout the application, your testimony is next. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for seeing me. Yes, we have come to the end of this video, and if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Don't go without subscribing. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't. So please don't go without subscribing. I mean, how can I have 2K view and less subscribers? Come on, do the needful, subscribe, okay? And I'll see you again in my next video. Goodbye, keep shining.